So if people want to get into A&R, which is obviously very challenging, it's like a lot of jobs in the music business. There's no direct way in. You don't have to have any qualifications. So A&R people are the people that sign the artists to record companies and publishing companies. So my tips always is to do the job anyway. If you want to be an A&R person, and even before you go to an interview or talk to anybody, become an A&R person. Work out what you like, what you don't like, what artists are exciting, that aren't signed, that could be signed, and sort of do the job yourself, just for yourself. So when you eventually meet somebody in a record company that you'd like to work for, you actually have all the right answers to the questions. Well, I've signed loads over the years. As you can see, I'm not 21, so I've signed. I've worked at 3 record companies, 2 publishing companies. I was at Spotify for a few years, so it goes all the way back to when I first started. I was looked after the Charlatans in Spiral Carpets. I signed I don't know, the Cast, Chef 7G, Ian Brown, Busted, McFly, etc. I've signed lots of artists at different parts of my career over the years. An A&R person's job is to find artists and sign them to the label, and then for those artists to be successful. So, let's take Busted. Quite a long time ago, but Busted were a big pop act for a few years, and they came into my office and with their acoustic guitars, and I thought they were great. Signed them, and they were very successful. And obviously, a lot went into that, but that's what the job is. And I enjoy doing it, and every time I do it once, I want to do it again. I love guitar bands. So, I happened to be going back a long time now, the early mid-90s, signing a number of bands. And then Britpop happened. Britpop happened after, obviously, the big bands was Oasis and Blur. But there's just a whole lot of bands around at the time. It's very exciting. So I just signed a few of them. And then this whole scene happened, which was exciting. I do think there's going to be a resurgence of bands just as a reaction to what people are listening to now. And I think whenever certain genres of music, sort of, if you like, if everyone listens to certain genres of music, you sometimes get bored. So I think there will be not a scene, but I think there's an opportunity for if you're a great guitar band to be successful at the moment. I signed one myself on Thursday. A young band from Wigan called the Lathams that I think are going to be a big band. Only 19, and they're the real deal, I think, because again, I mentioned a few bands earlier, so I've seen bands at the start, and so I know I've got good reference points, but I don't think it's going to be a revolution. I think streaming has sort of changed everything. I'm so pleased these events happen because they're really important. It's lovely to be up here, talking, and sort of, I always enjoy. I'm very experienced, as you can see. I've had some great bosses over the years, so I always enjoy partaking my experience and etc. So I think it's a great week, and you've got some fantastic speakers up here. Be authentic. Being successful in this industry is about a lot of hard work, no shortcuts. Work really hard, be authentic, and success will follow.